Okay, so we're going to start with a 5-minute sit, 5 minutes of mindfulness. So make sure you're comfortable. It's usually easier if your knees are lower than your hips, or at least level and not above your hips. So sometimes I slide forward until I find that place is just right. Rest your hands, maybe on the legs, palms down, palms up, or maybe palm on palm. And we either lower the gaze to a point on the floor and we start to turn inwards, or we close the eyes completely. And we follow the sound to the very, very end. And as the sound fades away, we become aware of ourselves sitting here, stepping down into the posture, and starting to connect to the breath. Let the breath settle all by itself. But if you find that your breath settles quicker, easier, with a few deep breaths, then feel free to take those few deep breaths and then let go of all control of the breath. The breath breathes itself. All we do is shift our focus to become aware of each breath rolling in and each breath effortlessly rolling out. So tuning in to wherever you feel the sensation of the breath. Filling on the inhale, emptying on the exhale. Gentle, wave-like motion. And while we keep the breath center stage, we open our awareness to include the whole body. the feet on the mat. The sitting bones on the seat. The spine rising tall, lifted up by the crown. And how everything drapes and softens away from the crown. Face softens, the jaw, the shoulders, the elbows. And we feel the hands resting. And we feel the breath moving in the center. Whole body coming home to this moment. And then we gently raise the gaze, aiming to keep some of that quality, the softness, the awareness as we move gently into the practice. So let's keep the breath going. Breathing in, we center. We bring the arms up. We twirl through the hands. And as we breathe out, we twirl the hands the other way. And we gently draw them down. So we're keeping the arms and the shoulders soft, the elbows dipped, and then we gently come back down. So it's all still soft. There's no straight arms. We're following the breath, breathing in, and feeling that inhalation lifting us up, and breathing out, we follow that natural descent of the exhale with the movement. Let's do one more. Breathing in, feeling that gentle rise of energy. Breathing out, softly, softly exhaling down and planting the hands. And again, keeping with the breath, so we breathe in, we center, and we think about the tailbone through the crown, lifting up gently. We breathe out, we slowly twist, right hand onto the left leg, and the other hand just gently resting behind. And then we breathe in back to the middle, center up through the crown, breathe out and twist to the other side. When we finish it, exhale, that's when you turn back, take that inhalation, and then twist the other direction, breathing out, breathing in, centering, breathing out, breathing in, centering, breathing out, right hand to left thigh, or wherever, and we're going to hang out here for a couple of breaths. Turn the head, nice, smooth breath still. And then we're going to slowly keep everything where it is. We're going to turn the head gently, gently till you feel something. And then just pause there, take a breath. and then slowly release back to center. Take a breath here and feel that little rebound just from twisting a few breaths to that side. And then we breathe in, we breathe out, left hand, right leg, gently twisting, taking a breath here. And then keeping everything where it is, slowly, mindfully, turning the head and taking a breath there. Slowly untwirl, as it were, come back to center. Take that central breath. Feel the immediate rebound. And then let's bring the arms out to the sides. Breathe out to plant and lift. Breathe in to center back up. And breathe out to stretch the other way. Breathing in. Breathing out, when you plant that hand, think of stretching all the way up to reach something that you want to touch. And then pop up. Take your central breath. Breathing in, breathing out, reaching up, and so on. And maybe you want to curve, maybe you want to drop that right elbow and curve a little bit more. Breathing in, centering, breathing out. Try the curve on the other side. So we're really still moving meditatively with the breath, and yet we're still getting all the benefits of the stretch and the stimulus and the lifting of the arms. And let's release slowly back to center. We take our petal curls, so cacti arms. We're breathing in, we're pushing the belly forward, arching the back, heart elevates, and those shoulder blades squeeze back and down. And then we fold the other way, we're turning into a little ball, we're breathing out, the belly button goes towards the spine, and the spine rounds. We breathe in, we lift, we arch the back, so we get that little back bend, and the heart opening. And we breathe out, and we open the back, the upper back, and round the shoulders. And we squeeze in the belly. So the belly gets the twist and the squeeze, and the back gets the opening. We return the other way, push the heart space up. The back gets a little tiny compression, and the shoulders at the back as well. Everything on the front opens. So just pulse in and out for a few more. Think of those petals opening in the morning sunshine and then closing down as the sun goes down. We have a little sunrise. We have a little sunset. One more. And finishing on the curved ball, and then slowly releasing. Just gently circle your head, your neck from at the front, just from shoulder to shoulder. Get all those little crunchy bits out. And then angle, ear, just gently till you feel that nice pull in the opposite neck. And then gently up and take a pause in the middle so you reconnect the spine through the neck and the crown. Then gently tip the other side and angle the chin till you find that juicy stretch. And gently, mindfully back up. Take a breath in the center. Let's move out away from our seat if you haven't done already. And we'll come to a little forward bend, but we're going to take the pressure off the backs of the legs here first. We'll move into the legs after. So get your bolster under your leg or any cushion, sometimes a pillow rolled up. Plant the hips. Legs can be as wide or as together as you want them to be. I like them a little bit wide at the moment. And then nice and easy, nice and tall, and then a little soft, connected forward bend. So maybe your arms are draped over your legs. Some people just drop the head and very gently, no weight at all, almost like you're cupping the softest thing ever. Just gently place the hands on the head. If you don't like that, just keep them down at the legs or even at the sides. We're going to chill out here for a couple more minutes into our seated snail. Some people drop the hands in the middle, so that's another option, taking the hands in the middle. So yeah, just find where you want to be, how you can relax. Do whatever you can do to relax. That could be the smallest micro movement, the smallest adjustment. Another option is you don't have to have your head hanging. We've still got about a minute or so here. So you could again bring your hands up and gently cup your chin instead. And this stretching of the throat forward is quite nice for anyone that works at a screen all day. So there's all those options. Ultimately, we're getting that lovely forward bend. Through the lower back, possibly feeling it in the hips. Let's slowly release, very slowly. And what you're going to do now is you're going to roll yourself down onto your back, roll your bolster away. Take a little, release the knees up towards you and take a little sway. Just ease out. Maybe a circle. Just make sure you circle both ways. And then take the knees out a little bit wider. Bring the feet up and just clasp behind the backs of the thighs and let the feet flop. And then open those circles. Opening the feet away, back together. So we started with that deep connection. Now we're just making space through the joints. Let's circle the other way. And then let's drop the left foot onto the mat. Bring your right foot anywhere along your left thigh. Place it anywhere that feels nice. If you've got any knee issues, possibly the lower the better, and you might want to have a gentle flex. So point your toes in on your foot. If you've got no knee issues and it feels fine, feel free to have a long, soft foot and just placing it along there wherever it feels good. And then we settle here. I want you to bring your awareness into your back and your hips and your shoulders, those points of contact. Just make sure everything's okay before you move on to the next step. So we're going to open that right hip, gently rubbing the right inner thigh with our right hand. Little pad from the top down towards the knee, or squeezing, or a bit of both. Maybe a pad and then a squeeze. Maybe a long rub along the edge of that main muscle. Just letting the body know which area we're working on here. Easing in. So you can stay here, or you can lift that left foot up off the mat. And at the same time, I want you to think again about engaging with the back into the floor. And maybe drawing your belly button towards your spine a little bit too. You can either engage that left foot by squeezing the toes, drawing the toes towards the shin, or you can keep it soft. Options to stay here and just work on that inner connection, especially the Mula Bandha, pelvic floor zip up from the perineum, like a tight jean zip up towards the belly button. Or you can lift the head, scoop the hands through wherever feels natural. And as soon as you connect those hands, let your shoulders drop back down your back. And just find your left foot very interesting for a moment or two. Breathing nice and soft. And then releasing down. Take the right foot away. Draw it out to the side. See if you can catch it either behind the right thigh, the right calf, the right foot, into that half happy baby. And then let your left foot go on its outer edge, half butterfly with the left leg. A gentle placement of the left hand on the left leg. Let the elbow drop to the floor though and relax. Let the shoulders move towards the floor even if they're not engaged in the floor. Nice deep breaths. Send it to the stretch. And then release. Bring that left foot back up. And just take your right foot up for a moment. Give your foot a little twirl with your ankle. And then go the other way. And then clasp again the fingers behind the thigh. You can have a bend in your knee here if you like. The object here is to gently pad into each bit and work your hands up. So if you need to bend your knee to do that, then do that. Start again at the top. Pad in, little pulses as you kind of draw your leg in. Try it straight if you like. You don't have to this time. Take the hands up, or you lift the shoulders, you lift the head, and then you gently release. Let's take both the legs down the mat and see what effect that's had on the body. Feel the rebound, feel the difference between the two sides. There's a lot of vibration for me, definitely, on my right side and even to some extent on my left. So, take a breath and then we gently move to the other side. So draw those knees in first. Have a little sway or even a little hug in. Maybe take a nice deep breath and draw the head towards the knees. Reset. And then let's pop that right foot on the mat this time and bring the left leg, foot flexed or unflexed, onto the right leg. Settle the back into the mat, settle the shoulders, relax the elbows. Earth yourself. And then gently padding with your left hand, left thigh. Squeezing or rolling, whatever feels good. And then staying here, if you like, doing a little bit more of that, or maybe even having a little sway. Or if you feel like it, you can take that right leg up, draw the right knee in, and at this point you want to think about drawing your pelvic floor up and in, so internally a little uplift, just gentle, and a little persuasion of the belly button in towards the spine. Staying there, or maybe looping the hands through, maybe lifting the head, or looping the hands through and dropping the head back down, either way. One more breath here. And then releasing down, all the way down. Draw the left foot out to the side, clasping behind the thigh or the calf, or the foot, happy baby on the left, and that right knee drops out to the side, half butterfly, half happy. Relax the shoulders down towards the ground. And slowly, gently release. Bring the right foot back onto the mat. Left leg stays up, sole pointed to the ceiling. And either bending that knee, maybe bend it at first and just check in as you pad those clasped hands up, squeezing and padding, and maybe straightening a little bit more. Second, and then the third one, maybe lifting the head, straightening through the leg. And then gently releasing. Both legs down the mat. Gently, slowly allow yourself to release and soften. And feel that rebound. So, all I want you to do now is very slowly see if you can find your bolster and roll it in. Roll it in behind you. And then see if you can lift your hips and roll it under. Right under your hips, up to your waist, so that you are getting a little curve in the back. The natural curve that we have, we're accentuating here with a little back bend, but we're supporting with the feet on the mat. So if you haven't got bolster, block, or a couple of blocks and a blanket or a cushion, so you're not got any hard edges. With the bolster, make sure it's in the right place. Can you feel the stretch? So the stretch will be through the stomach, the compression, small compression, is in the back. Let's see if we can just chill out here for a couple more minutes. And of course the head is lower than the heart. So the head will be getting, the brain will be getting a little bit extra, feeding the brain. Closing the eyes. feel really comfortable here. You know your back can take it. You can walk slowly, mindfully, your feet away from you, but only do it if you are sure. Do it inch by inch, but really you want the feet to go long so you can then relax the back again. So once the legs are out and long, relax. Is it okay? Or has your body gone into alarm? Last minute here. Another option is to take the arms above the head and get that full body stretch. Armpits as well. And then we're going to very slowly, if your feet are long, gently bring one in, then the other, and then slowly walk them back so they're supporting you. And from here, not much movement, maybe just a small movement of the bolster away, but take your time to lift the hips, and a small movement of the bolster so that we can bring those legs up. Or you find yourself a wall, you take your legs up the wall. You've got 3 minutes here. So make sure it's comfortable. So you can close your eyes and let the legs drop into the safety of those big hip sockets. So we've just got a few breaths left here. I'm going to read you one of my favourite poems while we hang out. It's a poem by a Native American writer called Linda Hogan. I think it was 1947 when she wrote this. Walking, I am listening to a deeper way. Suddenly, all my ancestors are behind me. Be still, they say. Watch and listen. You are the result of the love of thousands. So we're going to slowly release, gently draw the knees back down. Think about how the easiest way is to get out of this. For me, it's just to gently draw my knees in and roll my bolster centimetre by centimetre or whatever, inch by inch, incrementally away. Maybe some people feel like they need a little hug in here and a sway or a circle. Do what you need to do. And then completely release into your Shavasana. Whatever shape that is for you. Front, back, side. The most relaxing position you can find. As we've got a good 10-minute relaxation here. So make sure you're warm and cozy. Allow yourself to settle on the floor. And give yourself time. Simply allow yourself time to be. And just following the sound of my voice as we take a little journey together. Closing the eyes. Imagine yourself walking on a path through a forest. The path is soft beneath your shoes, a mixture of soil, fallen leaves, and moss. As you walk, your body relaxes, and your mind starts to clear with each step you take. Breathing in the fresh mountain air, filling your lungs. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling refreshed, revitalized, and allowing your body to relax even further. As you walk through the forest, the air is cool and ambient. The sun filters through the trees, and a moving dappled pattern appears on the ground before you from the leaves. The sounds of the forest start to filter in. Birds singing, gentle breeze blowing through the trees, and the leaves shift and sway on the soft, soft breeze. As you walk through the forest, your muscles start to relax, your arms swinging in rhythm with your walking. They become loose, relaxed, and limp. And your back starts to relax as your spine lengthens and the muscles relax. And the tension draining from the body as the scenery around you invites and welcomes you in. You begin to climb up a slight incline, easily treading along the smooth rocks on the path, feeling at one with nature. The breeze continues to blow through the treetops, but you are sheltered on the path, and the air around you is calm. Small saplings grow at the sides of the path, visions of hope. Around you is an immense array of greenery. Some of the leaves on the trees are a delicate, light green. Some leaves are deep, dark, true forest green. Many trees have needles that look soft, and the forest floor is thick with green moss. Tall trees grow on either side of the path. Some have smooth white bark, others darker, coarse, heavy bark, deeply grooved. You can smell the fresh scent of the forest around you. The air is filled with the scent of trees, soil, and mountain streams. And in the distance, you can hear the sound of water faintly bubbling away. The gentle sound of a creek. As you continue to walk through the forest, you are gaining elevation and getting closer and closer to the sound of a gently running stream. As you near the top of the mountain, you hear the stream very close now. The path curves up ahead. You can see sunlight streaming onto the path. And as you round the corner, you hear the water and see a clearing in the trees up ahead. A beautiful lookout point awaits. You are growing tired from your journey, and your body feels pleasantly tired and heavy. You walk towards the clearing and the stream. Up ahead is a large smooth rock, like a chair waiting for you to rest. The rock is placed perfectly high up on this beautiful vantage point. The sun shines down on you, and you feel very comfortable and at ease. Around you can see the mountains in the distance, faint and blue. And below, in the valley, the trees and a brilliant blue lake. The clearing around you is made up of rocks, soil, moss, grass and mountain wildflowers around you blow gently in the breeze. A deer quietly emerges from the edge of the forest to graze in the clearing. As the deer raises its head to look at you, you can see its nostrils moving to catch your scent. The deer cautiously walks to the stream to drink before disappearing back into the forest. Enjoying the landscape, you feel your body relaxing even more. Warm and heavy, breathing in the clean, fresh air. So relaxed, so calm, at peace, and at one with nature and all around you. You hear the birds singing. You feel a gentle, warm breeze across your face. The stream flowing and bubbling. Small clouds floating gently by across the sky. Shapes ever changing. Take a few moments to enjoy the space. And in the distance, the sound of distant bells ringing, calling you back to the now. Coming out of the spirit of relaxation, returning to the space that you're lying in, and the points of contact with your body and the floor. And starting to become aware of sounds drifting in to the room. And maybe bringing some gentle movement back, or simply rolling onto a side. And then finding a way to come up to seated. We bring our hands together. Anjali Mudra at the heart space. We drop the head in respect to the heart. And we say namaste. Namaste. Thank you again for joining me.